Hey everybody, welcome back to our 100% playthrough of Super Mario RPG. I hope you guys are excited, because this is it. This is the last one. But before we go and fight Smithy, and be done with all of that, by request, I'm going to go talk to this treasure chest guy in here, the one that tells you how many hidden treasures you have left, just to confirm that we don't have any left to get, and to see what he says. Wow, you found them all. Wow, you found them all. Yeah. I warned you guys in the comments that it wasn't going to be exciting. Alright, now let's move on. We just gotta make our way back through the factory and on to fight Smithy. Shouldn't take too long. A nice leisurely walk. The one quality of life thing I wish this game did was give you some kind of shortcut from the entrance to the factory to the end of the factory, instead of having to walk all the way through it. That would have been nice, but hey, I'm not in charge. I just make ROM hacks. Alright, we're at level 30, so we don't really have any incentive to fight anything here, so let's just try to speed along as quickly as we can. I'm a little sad, guys, to see this run come to an end. I mean, this is, what, the 25th video in the series? And I've been doing one video a week, so this is half a year in the making. And here it is, the finale. The heart-pounding conclusion. Will we defeat Smithy? Will we save the Mushroom Kingdom from a fate worse than not having wishes granted? I mean, wishes do sometimes still get granted, but only if, like, we go out of our way to grant it. Anyway, don't think too hard about it. Precision platforming. Get hit by the arrow. But we're already out of harm's way. Avoid the Mac. Good old machine Mac. Lil Booze. I don't think it ever really occurred to me as a kid that we're like in another dimension right now. I thought the factory was just a separate location inside of Exor. I thought, like, it was still part of the world, it was just inside Exor's mouth. It didn't occur to me that we were going through some sort of interdimensional portal. Valor up, yeah. How are you faster than me? That's not right. Alright, I'm out of here. I don't have to take this. I don't know what it is, but for me, the hardest part is always jumping over these guys. That happens to me every time I play this game. I can jump 100 times in a row, but I can't jump over these guys. One, two, three, and bye. Alright. There we go. First try. Ugh, man. Can I get away from this guy? Yeah, I can. Just because you have boss music doesn't mean you're that important. Okay, almost at the end here. There we go. And I'm sure you guys saw that poll I put up on my channel page to determine who would be the lucky winners that get to be on our team. And the winners were Malo and Gino. Got the two OC characters. Now let's outfit ourselves with some crazy powerful equipment. We spent all of this time getting everything this game has to offer, so we might as well make the most of it, right? Mario, we're just going to deck you out in the best possible. The super suit. Let's get the attack scarf. 317 attack, guys. That's nuts. Malo, you have the safety ring, which makes you... I mean, we need you to heal. Malo's the only one on this team that has a healing special, even if it only targets one, but because of how beefed up the rest of our team is going to be, I think that'll work out just fine. And then Gino, how about we give you... let's do the quartz charm. Seems like a good choice. Princess, keep boosting that experience. And here we go. Here's our final team right here. Beautiful stats. Looking good. Let's see how we're doing with items. We have a lot of rock candies. I mean, we only have one royal syrup. Well, shoot. We probably need some pick-me-ups. Since Toadstool's not on our team, that means we need some way of bringing people back from the dead. Seems important. Everything I have in my inventory is amazing. I don't really want to give it up. I guess we can get rid of a couple of these. Somehow the fire bombs are the least valuable thing in my inventory. Honestly, I doubt we're really going to need pick-me-ups, or that many items in general, but hey, never hurts to be safe. This save point, fun fact, is lower than all the other save points in the game. Just speaking from the technical perspective, every actor sprite in the game is given coordinates on this isometric grid, and save points by default are supposed to get a +1/2 to their Z coordinate to bump them up a little bit. For whatever reason, they forgot to give this one that +1/2, so it kind of touches the ground. See, I still have facts for you guys. Last video, and you're still learning new things. Okay, depending on your timing when you press this button, this crane thing can be annoying, because you gotta wait for it to do its thing. Okay, here we go. Alright, we got this, team. And there's the big man himself. Now, one question I've always had with Smithy wearing the star on his chest is if he's, like, somehow drawing power from it, or if he's just accessorizing. I mean, to be fair, he does look fabulous. His crown is pretty cute, too. I also wonder why he bothers kind of disguising himself. You know, he's clearly... In his second form, you see that he's a robot. So why does he go through the trouble of wearing a fake beard and gloves that cover up his robotic arms? I don't know. But anyway, enough gabbing. It's time to beat this guy up. Over here now. I'll crush you all. Alright, Mario, of course, will go first, because he's ridiculously fast now. Let's see how much Lazy Shell can do. 422. Oof. For reference, Smithy has the first form has 2,000 HP. So we just did a fifth of his HP in one attack. That's how busted this combination is. Yeah, we might as well do Star Rain. Turns out Sludge didn't do that much to us. What's the maximum on this again? 16, I think? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 16. How does Jump do, after all this time we spent powering it up? Okay, respectable, but still. We could probably knock him out in one hit with a decent super jump, but I'm gonna be real with you, team. I think I've had enough super jumping for a lifetime. Alright, gonna make us a new Shy Guy. Does the super suit give me attack up status? I always forget. Let's test her. If it's 300, the answer is yes. No, only 200. Wow. So Mario's 422 damage was without a boost. Let's fix that. That all you got, big man? Nice. 530. Jeez. Okay. And that's the first form down. But that's the easy part. Your head looks like a geyser. It's a nice little effect. Hey, it's the only drill bit in the game, and you don't actually get to fight it. Smithy has blood? I like that this little trio here exists only to tell Smithy to calm down. Telling somebody to calm down when they're not calm has never worked in the history of any calming down. So you see how the three of them are floating right now? How the middle one floats higher than everyone else? As a kid, I always had Toadstool in my middle slot, just like every time I played this game. And I thought her floating higher than the others was a reference to Super Mario Bros. 2, where she can do that thing where she floats with her, she floats for a little bit after she jumps. Turns out it's not. It's just something the middle person does anyway, but I thought it was neat. Alright, Smithy. Smithy has various forms, which the side panel will tell you more about as they come, and then there's the bottom half of him, which is just the hammer and the little machine gun thing he'll periodically attack you with. You can knock out his bottom half by bringing its HP down to 0, and that gives you a few turns of it not attacking you, but it does come back eventually. You are weak to thunder, so let's see how much we get out of this. Okay, not bad. Yeah, this really isn't too bad at all. 666. Mario is the devil confirmed. You got nothing, Tank Man? The tank head is the physical damage dealer of the team. Yeah, let's do this again. Why not? Jeez, I am wiping this guy out. And fast. Alright, let's heal up our FP. Yeah, if you take on this fight without all of the best equipment in the game, you might have some struggling points, but as it turns out, this really isn't too bad. This is just a reward for all of our hard work. That's kind of how I prefer RPGs, honestly. I like an RPG where if you just go through the normal course of the game and fight the final boss, it can give you a run for your money. It's actually a challenge. But if you do all of the side content, everything optional the game has to offer, you'll probably just roll it over. I gotta make sure I show you guys this, at least. We haven't had a chance to use this yet. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. That's the thing that convinced him to change heads, huh? Ah, the chest head does various status effects to you, and I don't know the exact odds of any given chest appearing at any given time, but I think this is the rarest chest. And it is weak to fire, I know that. Honestly, this will still probably do less than our physical attack. Or maybe not. That seemed like a lot. Alright, let's see how much damage we can do with our normal attack. Yeah, kind of pitiful compared to everyone else, but that's okay. Nice. Did a big fat nothing. The one person you could have affected with that had missed. It's like you're not even trying, Smithy. Maybe we can knock out the body before we get too much further. Not that it really is going to make that much of a difference, I think. His physical attacks aren't really doing much against us. Yep, there we go. Oh, interesting. Stuck with the chest head, huh? Light him on fire. What's in your bag of tricks, my friend? Man, missed again. Nice. The final hit, and we broke 1,000 damage. Alright, there we go. That's Smithy down. Well, it's not possible. Or is it? That's right, my friend. Your time in the sun is over. Goodbye, Smithy. And there it is, our final star piece, shiny and yellow. Hear that twinkly star music one last time. I like how even the other sprites on the screen get dark, except for Mario and the star. Really plays up the drama of the moment. We did it, team. We saved the world. We fixed the Star Street. And here we get treated to this lovely cutscene where the stars give us epilepsy. Gino, his mission fulfilled, says it's time to go back to where he came from. Back to the stars above. We'll see you in Super Smash Bros., Gino. You know, everybody always talks about Gino being in Super Smash Bros., but I have to wonder what Malo would be like in Super Smash Bros. He'd have some sort of magic-based move set, I'm sure. Thunder, ice attacks. How would you integrate Psychopath into Super Smash Bros.? I don't know. What about a stage? What area of Super Mario RPG would you use as a stage in Super Smash Bros.? You'd have to do something that probably represents whatever character you're adding. So if Gino gets in Smash, you'd have to do the Forest Maze or something like that. Maybe have wigglers popping out of tree stumps periodically, something like that. This is a fun little dance we have here. The stars do a little tango with each other. Okay, so now that Exor is going to disappear here, is this the Star Road making Exor disappear? Or is it Exor just disappearing because we beat Smithy? I like this part of the game. Each of the stars represents a different wish, and you get to see the different wishes of different people, how they're doing at the end of the game. It's a nice little touch. It's stuff like this that make a game really come to life. And Malo looks dope in that cape. Is that Garo who just walked away? It's just, I've had enough of this. I do enjoy the remake, adding Punchinello to this scene. If you beat his, what do you call it? Like the souped up Punchinello, leveled up Punchinello, something like that. He joins Bowser's Koopa Troop officially. Just aura farming, as the kids say. Johnny. These pink flowers you see, they have an animation where they're supposed to be kind of dancing, but I think it was too much for the Super Nintendo to process, so they just don't dance. They just sit still. The 7 froggish tenors. Todovsky also has an animation where he's supposed to look more like he's conducting, that doesn't get used. Super Nintendo just can't handle it. I'm limited by the technology of my time. Whoever drew Dodo as a parson deserves a raise. The little glasses on his beak. And the final wish, the golden star. Wow, Mario and Peach look so much like a couple here. A couple of besties. I like that Yoshi made his way onto the final screen, even though his presence in the game is completely optional. Okay, well, while we're watching the parade here, let me give you some final thoughts before we close out. So the question of the day, since this run is over, what's next for the channel? I have some more videos in store for Super Mario RPG, along the same veins as stuff like the facts about the game you never knew, how to beat Culex in one round, you know, those kind of specific informational type videos. I have some stuff planned for those. The first one of those, you'll see I've been teasing as some posts on the channel page. I know some of you have seen that. But that'll be released sometime this month. I'm thinking probably just the timing of it will probably be sometime like the week of Thanksgiving. Maybe like the Wednesday, the day right before Thanksgiving, something like that. So look out for that. And there will be more of that in the future. Of course, I'm still doing the live streams once a week. For those of you who enjoy these videos but haven't come to the streams yet, you should come check out the stream. Hope to see you guys there. It's a good time. We talk about random things, like what makes a sandwich a sandwich. Right now, we're streaming, in the middle of streaming, a Link to the Past ROM hack. I don't know how much longer that'll take to do. I mean, heck, this thing's going to air on Sunday, and I do the streams on Saturday night, so maybe it's done by the time you're watching this? I don't know. But either way, you should check that out. I've got plans for other things as well. More Super Mario RPG hacks. I'm sure I'm going to do Armageddon in the future. I think that's the big... that's the elephant in the room as far as hacks and Super Mario RPG related content I haven't done yet. So watch for that. I'll do other things I enjoy too, like randomizers, hacks of other games, challenge runs of this game and other games, stuff like that. There is, of course, also that other channel that I launched that's specifically for Fire Emblem content, The Cooler Nino. The link to that channel is on my main channel page. If you like Fire Emblem content, or you like watching my live streams and just want to come hang out, you should check that out. I stream from that one on Friday nights for the time being. And I promise I'll stop plugging that channel. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing about that by now. But as far as non-live playthroughs go, stuff like this series you're watching right now, I've always said that whatever I do on this channel needs to be a marriage of something I want to do and something you guys want to see. So I may do more playthroughs of other games in this style in the future. Only time will tell. I mean, it's got to be something that I actually want to do. And again, something you guys want to see. If you held Smithy's hammer to my head and told me to pick something to do a series on right now, I'd probably do a playthrough of Paper Mario. Paper Mario 64. It's a great game, a great spiritual successor to this game. I feel like I could do that game in the same style as I did this one, where we have kind of the checklist off to the side of here's the stuff we're tallying up along the way. Here's information about bosses and specific things like that as we go along. I think a game like that would work. RPG type games. Let's see, what else? Of course, I'm still working on ROM hacks of this game. That hasn't stopped. I try to do that in the nitty-gritty hours of the day when I can find time. I'm still, for the time being, working on that one hack I teased way earlier in the year, the Super Mario RPG roguelike. I am still working on that. I think I had mentioned this before, but progress on that hack kind of was halted in the middle of the year because I was working on that Super Mario RPG demake project that Pidge had proposed to me. We're trying to work out the last few kinks with that. We haven't had any answers with that for a few weeks. So while that's still kind of being mulled over and we're debating what to do about that, turning my attention back to the roguelike hack. So I'm sure one of these days there will be an update on the channel about that. I'll probably do a playthrough of it myself to show it off, maybe release a trailer video, something like that. So just things to watch out for. There will be more in the future. This whole channel started with Super Mario RPG ROM hacks, so it only seems right that I'd keep that going. Don't count me out just yet. But now we're about to be treated to the fireworks show, and this is where buying those 5 fireworks earlier in the game starts to do something. The frequency of the fireworks here depends on how many fireworks you bought, up to a maximum of 5. If you didn't buy any, they're much more scattered than what you're seeing right now. Ooh. Ah. Pretty. And then this final firework, its shape, again, depends on how many fireworks you bought. At 5 fireworks, it's a star. There you go. That's proof of our 100% run right there. I'm assuming this little star here is supposed to still be Gino. Flying high into the sky, into the Star Road. Return to the heavens from whence you came. Send us off, Gino. Alright guys, that'll do it for this playthrough. Appreciate you guys watching. Let me know your final thoughts on this game in the comments. Anything you feel like saying. Happy to talk to you. But thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on some of the other content this channel has to offer, and whatever we do in the future. So thanks for watching. See you next time.